Oh no, it's actually happening again, right? I hope it works this time. So, I I really don't get the thing here with live streaming. I hope it's working now. Hello, hello. So I just wanted to show you my most beautiful sun in the last minutes of the evening from my flat here. And I wanted to discuss with you something which actually is going on in my mind the last days. Probably you know myself as a dog trainer in the early years. I started my self-employment 22 years ago with a dog school, actually. And before that, I was a canine police officer in Zurich. And this was actually such a most potent teaching about leadership, which I got from my dog, Tugi. And I just reflected these days how similar it is, the raw training of a dog and quantum manifestation. And I want to share that with you. And I would really love if you share your thoughts about and your experiences about that too. And please follow this channel and comment, and I can cheer you up like that. So the thing is with the dog training, and I had a lot of one-on-one clients. They often already had dogs for years, but they did never really thought about the fact how to train the dog properly so that it makes for both parts the most fun and the most enjoyable path. Often dog owners just do something and it's literally luck or not if it's working or not. So what I learned from my dogs is that we actually must reverse engineer what you want to teach them. So as soon as I added the telepathy thing, meaning when I sent him a clear picture of the wanted result and the feeling combined with the result, I actually could work reverse engineered from that goal. And the most common fault dog owners do in this case is that they demand the result too early. They don't think about the fact that the dog has to know what the goal must be. As soon as they hear the demand, the noun of the demand, they must know what we want from them. So it's only possible to tell and to teach a dog what the goal is when we go backwards. Meaning, let's say I want that my dog makes sit in my front and is looking in my eyes and holding attention and holding his attention actually until I ask from him the next step. So let's say this would be the goal when I call him from wherever he is at the moment. And I want that he's coming in my front and looking in my eyes and holding a specific tension. And the secret sauce is only to work with the goal. First, I just compounded as soon as he did this goal by accident. As soon as he was in my front and looking at me, I quickly added the future demand, and I also added the tension which is coming with energy work and my ability to connect with him and show him, let's be here in this moment. And he also hear what the future name of this demand will be. And then he gets a really big accomplishment. How do you call it? A reward. So that he realized, oh my God, it's really interesting to give her that. I want to give this again. I go back in this front position again and look at her. And I want to get the reward again. Oh my God, how much fun is that, right? So he will do it again accidentally, and I will connect his behavior with the future demand and the reward again. And of course, the tension I also want in this result. And science shows us a dog needs about between 20 and 80 times of the same experience to realize, okay, it's that. And when we are clever, actually, we also tell him how it's called. And so he knows between 20 and 80 times that's what is called ABC, right? So in this example, it was the demand front. And he knew later on, as soon as I called Tuki front, he ran to me and came in this position and looked at me and held this tension with me, with joy. And he could not wait for the moment where I rewarded him. And it's actually the same with manifestation. When you think about that, it's really important that we help us to imagine what we want. I see that also with my clients. We always know what we don't want, right? We always know from where we want to distance us, from where we want to go away, what we want to get rid of. But often we do not spend a single minute with the question, what do I want instead? But when we take the example from the dog training, and when we actually know about manifestation, we know we should spend more time with thinking about our desires instead of thinking what we want to get rid of. So if you imagine that you realize what you want and you train yourself and your brain how it would look like and how it would feel like with my dog, he has this front position and this tension and really curious what is happening after, and it will be great. But he holds the tension because he exactly knows that I will break the task because I'm the leader. So I can do that in manifestation too. I imagine the picture where I want to be and how I would feel as it would happen now. And the more specific I am, and the more I also use my senses, not only my body senses, but also my clear senses, the more specific it gets. And the more we literally create this magnet. What people are doing often too early, like in Dogtraining, that they think, oh, I just order it. I just demand it. But it's not working, Chantal, it's not working. What it's like with the Dogtraining, it would work when we would give us time, enough times with repetition of this end picture and the feelings and how it would show up in our daily life when we achieve the goal. If we would do that, like with dogs, let's say between 20 and 80 times, imagine how much higher would be the potential that you actually attract that. And suddenly you realize, oh my God, when did that happen? You look literally back and realizes it is now. And then it's also that you can demand it. This is something which I observe now in all this manifestation space, that people are talking about the demand part, but it's only working when your system knows what it means when you call the thing by name, like with the dog training. So I hope this was valuable for you. Please share it in the comments how this makes sense. And don't forget to follow me and to come back for the next videos.